Yettie Polk Park is nestled in the middle of downtown Belton, Texas, sitting on Nolan Creek, and it's a beautiful, peaceful place that has been hosting many community events over the last 125 years. They include music competitions and festivals, Independence Day celebrations, and carnivals. The bandstand that sits in the middle of the park is more than just a stage for these events. It is also a memorial to a heartbreaking day in Belton history. Nolan Creek winds through Bell County and through the middle of Belton, the county seat, and into the Leon River in eastern Bell County. It is named for Philip Nolan. It can be difficult to believe that this park, such a tranquil place, could be the site of something so terrible, but it is not unusual for this little creek to rise above the banks during rainstorms. There have been numerous accounts of flooding over the years. On September 13, 1876, Henrietta Tobler was born to Swiss jeweler Julius Tobler and his wife Julia in a house that sat on this very spot. She was nicknamed Yettie. On December 4, 1895, she married William Charles Polk, a farmer. They had 6 children, 2 daughters and 3 sons, and 1 infant daughter that died shortly after birth. They lived in the house on Nolan Creek with Yettie's parents. In Yettie's 36 years, Nolan Creek swelled with rain, but never reached the little wood frame house. In the weeks preceding the end of November of 1913, the Waco Times-Herald reported unsettling weather possible. At 2 a.m. on December 2nd, with a record rainfall, Nolan Creek left its banks. The telephone operators in Belton called all the residents that they could reach to warn them of the impending flood. It isn't clear, but William may have received one of these calls. He grabbed William Henry, 14 years old and the oldest of their sons, and ran to the barn to free the horse. He then pleaded with his wife to leave the home with him. She refused, saying the flooded creek had never reached the house before. After getting William Henry to safety, W.C. rushed in again to try to save his family, but the rush of water was too strong. Before he knew it, the house was swept off the foundation and down the creek. Bystanders could do nothing but listen to the cries of the women and children imprisoned inside that floating house. It struck an iron bridge and was destroyed. The family drowned moments later. Yettie and 2 of her children's bodies were located the next day. Reports say that a dog, possibly belonging to the Polk family, possibly not, was seen near a drift of logs and debris, barking and pacing until someone finally followed it over to where Yettie's body was located. For days after, reports of record flooding across central and north Texas listed destruction and drownings. It was the worst flooding in the area for over 50 years. The family is buried together in Belton North Cemetery, along with the Toblers and W.C.'s parents. William Charles Polk went on to remarry and have 6 more children. He never left Bell County and passed away in 1940 at the age of 65. William Henry went on to marry and have 4 children. He passed away at the age of 87 in Midland, Texas. Both are buried in Belton with Yettie and the children.